Shalom. Shalom. Akim. Agua. Kahala Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bashim Rakadash. How's everybody doing again tonight, man? Revelation 13:1. Who is the 7 heads and the 10 horns? A lot of people always be trying to figure that out. Probably be able to help you with that today. Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, upon his heads the name of blasphemy. The sands of the sea, that's the nations and people that was around. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's symbolic to. And you got the 7 heads. These are 7 places that we know today, actually, which are the French, the Romans, the Britons, Germany, Spain, Germany major, and Germany minor. Those are the 7 heads. Then you get to the 10 horns. And you got those places out here too, modern day right now. 10 horns. You got Belgium, France, Greece, Germany, Spain, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, United Kingdom, and Portugal. And the places that were standing around the nations are actually the nations in Psalm 83, verses 1-8. You can go look it up, but I also have them written right here. The nations that were seen around this sea is the Edomites, which is the Caucasians, Ishmaelites, Arabs, Moab, Chinese, Gabal, other Caucasian nations, and Hamites, which are African nations. Ammon, that's Japanese. And you got Amalek, which are the Jews/Jewish, because they really not the real Jews. Revelation 2:9. The Philistines and Tyre, those are more Arab and Edom nations. And Asher, that's Assyria. But that Revelation 2:9 with them fake Jews, those are not the fake Jews. I'm the real Jews. We are the real Jews. Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That clearly lets you know that there's a people today that call themselves Jews, and they are not the real Jews, but are the synagogue of Satan. Which they are. They run everything. They own everything, but that's something else. That's something different right there. But we're going to keep it moving. Revelation 13:2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. That leopard part of that beast was Alexander the Great in the Greeks in 331 BC, the Grecian Empire. Maccabees. You can go look that up. First Maccabees 1:1-3. Then you got the bear, which was the Medes, but today is the Russians. Then you got the lion, part of the beast. That represents Great Britain. And America also came from Great Britain too, if you go back and look at your history. And his power, which was the ancient Roman Empire, was given to America, because we live by a lot of ancient Roman customs here in America. A lot of people will be overlooking that, but hey, it is what it is. Revelation 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and the world wondered after the beast. That wounded head was ancient Roman Empire that fell in 476 AD to Flavius Odysseus, who disposed the child Emperor Romulus Augustulus and became king of Italy. And then the deadly wound that was healed was the Roman Empire. It came back into power under Septimus Severus in April 11, 145 AD. Revelations 13:4. And they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? The dragon, the ancient Roman Empire, could nobody make war with him. And that beast, that's NATO, which is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the European nations, or the European Union, might I say. Then you got Revelation 13:5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. That mouth speaking great blasphemy, in this country that we live in right now, we blaspheme the Most High a lot because we don't have his real name. Everybody calls him God or Lord or Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua. But those are not none of his names, might I add. Also, the tabernacles of David, which is the tribes. We have bywords as names for us. Like, we not called who we originally were. We are called Negroes or colored, black, African American. We are bywords. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. It's like I was just saying, blasphemy God, his name, and his people, his chosen. Them false images, you know. Revelation 13:7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. He gonna make war with the saints. And that's what you see today right now with this vaccine. They trying to point out the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the tribes. They trying to point those people out to get the vaccine first. They getting ready to make war with us. And a lot of people don't even know. It's called Jacob's Trouble. Look it up in the scriptures. It's there. You can find out what Jacob's Trouble is. I can't give you the exact scripture right now because it's not in my mind. But type it in and look it up. You can find out. And all that dwell upon earth shall worship him whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. The people that names are not written in the book of life is going to be ultimately that 2/3 of the nation of Israel that are going to die. And then you got the 144,000 and the 1/3. They not going to fall for it, but they going to be, they'll be all right. We're going to have, a lot of us will have a covering, Lord willing, over us in them times. We should be straight. If any man here having ears, let him hear. That's telling you to pay attention to what's going on, you know. Revelation 13:10. He that lead into captivity shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. There's only one nation in this world that we know that went out conquering and killing unjustly by the sword. And that same nation, you know who you are. You're going to die by the sword and you're going to go into captivity also. Then a lot of people be wanting to know the 5 fallen kings in Revelation. But I'm going to get into that. You know, I ain't going to get into it now. But I hope this was edifying to some of y'all. I'm nervous in the mug too. But I hope this was edifying to some of y'all. And God willing, I can make another video. And shalom.